it's just what I'm saying. It's just very close interaction. And so the first incident was, I'm doing my job, checking somebody out. Well, checking out other people, I should say. And this guy leaves and he comes back. And then he comes back and he asks for a supervisor and was like, oh, can you check me out? And the supervisor tells him, oh, just get in line. The lady will check you out. Oh, I don't want to be checked out by anyone who covers themselves or has a scarf on their head. So she was like really sad and disappointed, to hear someone say that. And she was like, she came to me and she told me she told me this story about what had happened and how it had made her feel, being that my supervisor is a lesbian. She knows what it's like to be discriminated upon or against. And she was just like, I'm so sorry that you experienced this and that you go through this. And she's like, I don't think it's right for me being the way that she is and then me being the way that I am. And she's very disrespectful, and she just said how she hated that there was ignorant people in the world that still exist with, like Aziza said, with all this technology. The other incident yesterday, I was at work. This guy came, dropped off his prescription, get his prescription filled. I asked him if he needs some help. He's like, no, I'm waiting on my prescription. Because he was just walking around looking kind of crazy, looking real suspicious. He's like, no, I don't need anything. Follows me and another coworker around the store, and we're straightening up on an aisle. And he comes up to me and he's like, what religion are you? I was like, I'm Muslim. And so why do you wear this scarf on your head? Because I'm Muslim. We're part of the Abraham. We believe in the same God as Christians, Muslims, and Jews. We all worship the same God. And he just starts talking about the atonement and about how I don't pray the right way and that I need to ask, when I pray, I need to ask Jesus Christ to reveal himself to me. And it specifically says in the Old Testament of the Bible that you can't pray to God. Your prayers have to go strictly through Jesus. So, I'm at work. I'm not trying to get into an overly heated Gerald, what is his name? Gerald Dirk.
Gerald Dirks.
Is that his name?
Yeah,
Gerald Dirk's conversation, because had I not been at work,
shout out to Dr. Gerald Dirks. Assalamu alaikum.
Dr. Gerald Dirks, mashallah, he's very knowledgeable.
May Allah reward him.
May Allah reward him. But he would have got my version of Gerald Dirk's conversation. Had I not been at work, because I would have, I come from, as you guys know, we come from a Christian background. So you can't tell me something that I already know. And I already know that what he was saying was already wrong. And he was upset that I was strong on my beliefs and that I held to it and that I knew what I was talking about. And he continued to follow me or try to follow me and my coworker around the store to where she had to go and get a supervisor, and which then gave me the opportunity to walk away. And I literally had to go and hide in the store in our manager's office because he didn't want to leave. He got his prescription, but he was trying to linger around the store to see where I went and, continue this conversation. Like, it's one thing to find out a person's beliefs and why they believe the way they believe and why they pray the way that they pray. But it's another thing to come to them, whether they're at work or wherever, and tell them that what they do and the way that they believe is wrong. All you can do is guide someone and give them what you believe is to be the correct information, and hope that, God willing, inshallah, that they will come to that path if it is for them. But it was just like a really scary situation. And this was like a big, huge, tall black guy. And it was, this dude was like 6'4", 6'6".
Yeah.
And it's just like, you don't do that. Like, he could have had anything, because he kept his hands in his pockets until like his, I don't know, like his demeanor or whatever I said, like, agitated him. In his pockets, like, he could have pulled out a gun. He could have had a can. He could have had a can of acid. He could have, he could have did anything. He could have just reached out and grabbed me or try to choke me. He could have did anything. And this is why it's important that when these things happen, that we let other people know that this is happening, that this is going on too.
It's real.
That it's real. And to what I always refer back to when these situations happen, and when I hear about them from when I hear about them from other people, is to tie your camel. And be aware of your surroundings. Know who's around you. Know what they have on. Know what's going on, and protect yourself. With the dean. I'm not saying rush out to your local gun shop and carry a gun or whatever.
Please don't say that, because somebody might take that statement you just said, edit it, and say, "Oh, she said Muslims need to have guns."
Not saying that at all. I'm just saying, be aware of your surroundings. Know how to call out for help if you need to call out for help, or know that you have people around you that can help you, and hopefully that someone around you, regardless of where they come from, will have your back and support you if there were to be a bad situation that approaches. Because it's about to get real. Y'all people think it's not real, but it's about to get real.
It's about to get real. It's been real.
About to get real. It's been real, but it's like really coming out. Now that these people who are running for president are really putting this stuff out there, I don't think they realize.
I think they do. Come on.
I think they realize it, but I don't think, maybe they don't think about it. The type of people that they can and are putting in danger. That's regular people.
Well, you saw this individual. He already put his foot in his mouth when he said that they should stop allowing Muslims into the country, right? And I don't know if you saw that the mayor of London is Muslim. And so they asked him.
No.
Yeah, he is. And so they asked the newly elected mayor of London, "Hey, would you come to America?" Because this individual is running for president. He recanted his statement. He's like, "Oh, well, there's exceptions. Not every Muslim is bad, and he'd be welcome to America if I was president." And so the new elected mayor was like, "You know what? I would not accept his invitation to come to America, because he's not only offending me, he's offending my wife, my children, my friends, everybody who looks like me."
Right.
So, and you just reminded me of another story. A friend of mine, her husband, he works in an environment where he's the only Muslim, obviously, because of, where we live. And his coworkers, they were just going on and on bashing Muslims. And he walked up to them and he's like, "You guys know I'm Muslim, right?" "Oh, yeah, but we're not talking about you. Yeah, it's them over there."
Right. Who's them over there? Because I'm one of those thems over there. No, you with us right now, so you ain't one of them.
Yeah, but when you become one of them, you one of them.
You leave.
You leave us. Exactly.
Now that you didn't pointed it out that you're a practicing Muslim, or that's what you are, you're okay. You all right, because we can readily identify with you.
Right.
You safe. You good.
Right.
Yeah. You can dismiss me with all that.
Yeah, and I'd really like to talk about why, some of this is happening. Like I've said before, it's on us. It's on us as Muslims. If you're non-Muslim and you're listening to this, go ahead and, record it, mark it as a day in history. Yes, I'm saying that it's our responsibility for how we are being treated. Because we have...
because we are not, as Muslims...
Don't get too far into it. Don't go far into it, because we have 5 minutes
left.
Ahead.
Finish.
We gotta, huh?
Uh-oh.
We got to kind of leave this where it is. Because, when you do these free subscriptions, y'all, you have you have time constraints.
Oh, that's funny.
So, I mean, that's all I really have to say, because I don't want to get too off into the whys and the hows, because we have 5 minutes left.
No, if we have to, and if anyone emails or comments and they want to know more, I think we should get further into it, then we can definitely do that. This is just, like I said at the beginning, this is just a FYI. This is an awareness. Y'all know them TV broadcasts they used to do back in the day when your TV used to go off and it'd just be like,
the emergency
broadcast.
Yeah.
It's just like that. This is an emergency broadcast to let you know to be mindful of those who are around you, who might try to verbally harass or attack you because of the way you look, the way you dress, and where you work. And for us Muslim women who are listening, no, I'm not telling you to go run and take off your hijab and to change the way you look and dress. Sorry, I just feel like that has to be said, because some of you guys listen to stuff and then you're like, okay, that just gives me a reason and excuse to go and take off your hijab. No, that would personally, if I felt like I was in danger, that would give me the reason or the right to do that. But I don't feel like I'm in danger in that type of way where I need to do that. If I needed to do that, I would adjust myself accordingly between me and Allah. But that's not between you and Allah. This is just my situation or our situation, and we're just sharing it so you guys know what's going on and what we have experienced.
Yeah, to know that it's real. It's not just people crying wolf. This is real. Twitter is an interesting wealth of information, I must say, because you hear about stuff that you're not going to hear about on the news. There are Arab exchange students in Idaho. Now, we can talk about that. There's a difference between being Arab and Muslim, okay? Muslim is not some ethnic group, okay? So Arab students, because of the ignorance that is taking place, people are assuming that they're Muslim because they are Arab, and these students are being harassed. Their dorm rooms are getting broken into, and there was one of them that was physically assaulted. He was stabbed right outside of his door. Alhamdulillah, he was not, critically injured. It just broke the skin. But this person who stabbed him was outside of his door waiting for him. And they caught all of it on video. So this stuff is real. And I can tell you from personal experience, there's a lot of stuff that happens in Idaho. They have an active Aryan Nation community there. Now, I don't know if those assaults are taking place by those Aryan communities, but it's real out there.
Yeah, it's about to get real. And if you're not on your deen, you better find it and get to it. Yeah, because it will find you in a positive or a negative way.
Yeah. So until next time, we'll go to part 2 about this. Until next time, I don't know if it'll be tonight because it's getting kind of late where I am on the East Coast. Yeah. But inshallah
we will pick back up, and inshallah we'll be more on task and on a regular basis.
I don't know, with Ramadan coming up, we'll have to see how
Ramadan,
that goes.
we will see, we'll see what happens, inshallah. But inshallah, it'll happen.
All right, we'll leave you in the care of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh.